Hi everybody. I've got a nice big grungy journal with me today, and it measures 9.5 by 5 3/4, and it has got a lot of layers of paper, crinkly paper, and flimsy paper, and glass cloth here, and some roses with some laces here, and the roses here. Little butterfly. And it's made out of old bedspread. I got it in a estate sale. And I left all the strings and fuzzies and all the stuff to make it look aged. And I made the strap out of the same material. Nice thick material. Going inside, I did the same inside fabric as the outside. This was a crease in the bedspread itself. And I put a piece of lace here and some cheesecloth and a couple of flowers with a little gold brad. And in the pocket, I added a nice booklet. You can like put a title here. It's got collaging and crochet and laces. And on the back, I did a little bit of extra collaging. But it's got different papers, all different kinds of copy dyed papers. And look at that. Isn't that neat? Love that. Just all different kinds of papers. And then I attached it with the, keep it closed with it's a filigree hair clip. And I put a rosette on it. And I made this book very grungy. And I used the originals here. This is out of a Shreveport book that I have. Shows an old general store, which is pretty cool. An old-timey car here. And it's a pocket that has a postcard in it, a vintage postcard. And on the front, pretty lady. And then a little tag, mini tag here. And a little mini booklet. And I just ripped the pages, and if the next page came over it, that was fine. Gives a little bit more interest. Over here, I've got a piece of stationery card on a Montgomery Ward page background with a crocheted belly band and a little card here. Some extra writing spaces here. It's been inked and stamped and all kinds of stuff. Pretty neato bonito. This is from a French book that I had. And a French lesson book. Put a little piece of tulle there. And we've got a little booklet over here. With just several pieces of paper. And did a little stamping. I can't find that stamp to save my life again. I had it on my table last week. But you know how that goes. I used a lace for the spine and some pattern paper back here. And then that clips right back on. Over here is another part of that from that book. It shows merchant stores and it tells you what it is, which I think is pretty cool. Over here, again, torn edges and all kinds of goodies. And this opens up, and it's got several pages in it for extra journaling. Look how grungy. Love it. And then you've got this whole page back here. A book page from a German book where she had written the translation. And again, some grass cloth here. Some different fabrics and a pretty lady and some cheesecloth. And it can be used as a tuck spot if you wish. And then a nice torn piece of paper there. And this is a tuck spot here. Is that a tuck spot? Well, yes it is. I may have to find something to put in there. And then this is a envelope. I like to cut the opposite end. It makes it easier to get things in and out of in a book. So you don't have to go from this end. You can just open it here. Another place if you wish to write with a group of ephemera. with the Montgomery Ward background. It's been sanded and aged and all kinds of stuff. And a little pocket here with a paper clip that holds this little mini booklet. Got several pages in for writing. Let's see, yeah, there we go. Got 4 or 5 pages there. And a pocket behind with a little Rolodex card. And then a beat up journaling card. Extra writing. And then one of these full pages that's a false envelope. But it looks like an envelope when it's folded up. Kind of neato. And over here is an office photo with some crochet in the background. And it opens up for more writing. And then another book page. This is from a plant book. You can put an image here, whatever you like. Look, sweet peas. Over here is another writing section. And I think this is from a Sears book too. It's for house construction. And then behind it we have a card and a card with fabric and lines. And then another torn page here. This is a big card with lots of fabrics and a little tiny seed bead and a safety pin. And then some cards behind. Piece of ephemera. And a nice big piece of ephemera. Over here, this lifts up. I got to make some more of these. I think this was my last one. But it's pages that just lift up. Assorted ephemera, writing spaces, just all kinds of whatever extra papers. It's a great way to use up papers that you have on your table that, you know, that you have put down. And it's got a nice big piece of ephemera in the back with some fabrics here. You could even tuck something, hide you some lunch money back there. This has got a floral print on it. It's real faint. Got a specimen card here with a card on a book page. Some grass cloth here. Little tuck spot here. I thought it'd be kind of neat to write on that with a white or a gold pen. I like that idea. Card there. And then, come on, you little dude. This opens up for additional writing. And it's got a card behind it. And then this is the Sears and Roebuck page. Got a little tag there. And a business card. Got some grass cloth over here. Nice ripped pages. Card behind this. And a little mini pocket here. This is a book page. Several, actually. I just kind of ripped it up. What I did was this piece behind here was actually a piece of scrapbook paper. And there's some that are just not vintage enough for me. So what I do is I still coffee dye them. I don't want them to go to waste because back when I first started, you know, I think we all do, we go crazy with the scrapbook paper. Well, you can use that up, the pages that don't fit your current style, cut it up, coffee dye it, and, you know, grunge it up a little bit, or, you know, if you want part of it to show, like I did here, and then I just filled it in with a book page, so it kind of has a little bit of difference going on. Or just use the back side. It's a nice, firm piece of paper that can still be utilized. It, you know, it doesn't have to go to waste, because y'all know there's always some graphic in the scrapbook that you bought that you just don't like, you know. So that's a good way to use it up. Got some paper here for writing, an nice envelope for storage. Again, I have cut the opposite side of it. You can decorate it if you want with images or just use it for journaling. And a book page here where she translated some of the words, and grass cloth. This is Montgomery Ward, and it's old stoves, which I absolutely love. But if you wanted to, you could add some images here. Nice journaling page here. Nice book page. Good place for writing. Extra writing here and here and here and here. This is again from that book, Louisiana book. It's got old vintage images. And this is a Tim Holtz Sizzix die. And got a little booklet there. And then a card of a handsome gentleman. I like it because it's nice and layered. Got 2 cards here. This is actually an ad from not an ad, but call them in the classifieds for from an old magazine, newspaper that I have. And in you go, in you go. And then we have behind it a tag and a fabric card. Fabric top card. Let's see. I think I'm going to move you down here. Got so many slots to dink around with. And then we'll move you up here. It's open from here to here, so you've got all this space to arrange stuff and have it still protruding out. Again, a ripped page here. This is from that book again. Tells you a little bit about the picture. It's Lake Charles Mardi Gras. And then 2 cards behind it. And on this back side, it's the same as the front. It's got this really vintage, nice lace, cheesecloth, and 2 flowers. And then I put a great big booklet in here. And it's just got assorted coffee-dyed torn papers to kind of go with the torn papers in here. And this is a Funkin' Wagnalls book page. I did not put a writing card in this one. I'll just put one in and surprise you. And there's the back again. I love its texture. It's really nice. And the spine and the front with the ladies in their hats. I don't know why in old pictures they never smiled. Ever. You know they got to be happy people, but they're not smiling. I don't know what both of these ladies have on the same thing. Maybe it's a club picture. You know, a women's department club or something. But anyway, I do that when I'm making the journals. I just kind of think about, you know, what were these from? You know, what did they do? And I look for some similarities in the photographs. But anyway, that's just my weird habit. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me and let me share this journal with you. And I will see you next time in the next journal. Bye-bye, everybody.